Noticing is that a lot of you guys really don't understand relationship dynamics. You know, I was on Patreon the other night with a loyal Patreon member, and and it's just using him as an example. He's telling me basically, multiple situations that he's went through with his lady, and he's implementing certain techniques that I told him, but sometimes you guys forget the overall situation. Like, if you analyze your whole relationship and you keep finding yourself in situations where a woman is doing things that is an indicator of her loyalty not being 100% there, if she's doing things that are indicators that perhaps she could be talking to other men, and a lot of the times it comes down to relationship dynamics. And one of the examples that he gave is one night he went through her phone and she was texting a random guy, and I think he saw that she had met up with him. Now, when you see situations like this, that's a problem. But I think a lot of guys arrive at this problem because you don't filter out the type of woman that you should be with. The filtering mechanism's coming out. That book's coming out soon. But one, you got to learn to filter out the type of woman that you're with. That's first and foremost. And a lot of you guys don't necessarily know how to filter out the type of woman that you're with. And I think this problem happens when you run into women like this, usually when you don't filter women out. But even in a situation, if you continue to find situations like this where, for example, the guy that I was referring to, he found 2 more situations where I think he said he went on her Snapchat and she said new friends, and she's talking to all men. And I think he said it was like maybe 2 girls, but predominantly she was talking to mostly men. And then I think it was another situation, I can't remember off the top of my head, but when you find three different situations like this, and now if you filter a woman out, usually this doesn't happen. Why? Because a high quality female, or a female that has a level of morality, just has a level of loyalty, and she's not going to go and just start talking to other men. And I think the first guy that he said she was talking to, she had gave this random dude her number while being in a relationship. Now, the ideal woman is the woman that's not going to do that just because that's just not who she is. A woman that has a different degree of loyalty. Now you have different degrees of loyalty. Just the other day I did a podcast surrounded by Lil Baby's, the rapper Lil Baby's baby mother, Jada, and she had said on a live that in relationships she's loyal, but when she's on a break from those relationships, implying that they get back together, she does her dirt. That's a degree of loyalty, because there are some women who go on breaks and they still love and care about their man so much, and they have respect for them and respect for themselves, that having sex with another man or a woman, whatever floats your boat, that's something they're not going to do, right? But aside from all of that, the whole point of the video is relationship dynamics. You have to understand the causes and effects of things. And that's what you find a lot of these guys don't even really talk about relationship dynamics. If you understand relationship dynamics, your woman should be absorbed by you. You're something that should stay on her mind consistently, right? And when you talk about doing things like implementing the different types of anxiety, not saying you're just implementing anxiety just to fuck with her, but there are studies show that when you implement anxiety, this increases a woman's attraction to you in a relationship. And sometimes anxiety can be small things, because a lot of women have bad anxiety in general. A lot of women just anxious in general. So sometimes this job can be a little better on you. But what you guys do is you pander to women, you give them their way, you give 1,000% of certainty. You just say, oh, well, I love you. Yes, baby, I love you. There's times I talk to girls, especially in the past, where I've talking to girls and at the time, like, I'm just messing with them. All right, for example, I may be talking to a girl and I'm just messing with her, and I'll tell her once. And then like a few weeks later, she'll complain and say, I don't have enough certainty. I mean, what more certainty do you need? It's like, oh, I just don't know what's going on. I don't know. How do you feel? Because I'm not consistently in my emotions. I'm not consistently always talking about how I feel and how much I love her, how much I care about her. Well, you shouldn't be telling the bitch you love her if you just start talking to her. But that degree of not knowing, that the unknown is what allow a woman to think about you more, because she's not given everything. She doesn't have everything. She could be talking to you even in a relationship. It's just, I don't know. Like, I don't know if, like, you're talking to other, bro, I told you I wasn't having sex with somebody. It's very plain, clear cut, not emotional. Nah, it's just you right now. I'm being honest. We're not in a relationship yet, but when we get there, maybe you'll have more certainty. But that's one of the things that come in with talking, in the talking stage. I don't know. I'm not sure about you either. You could be talking to people, but I don't harass you. I don't accuse you, right? Because she's always thinking and she's wondering, do I really even like her? Do I even really want to be with her? Do I even really care about her? Right? Because that certainty is not there. And now I'm absorbed. I'm absorbing her mind. I'm always thinking about her, and me staying on her mind when I'm away from her is how women usually fall in love. A lot of you guys don't do this. And these are very simple, rudimentary things when you're subscribed to the podcast and my Patreon. Make sure you guys hit the link in the bio, subscribe to the podcast. But these are basic things when it comes to relationship dynamics, and it's not necessarily playing games. Remember, a relationship is based on highs and lows. Now, I could spend 2 hours here giving you all types of different techniques, and that's why you guys gotta, do the research your own, and subscribe to my YouTube and subscribe to my my podcast and a Patreon. But these are the relationship dynamics allows a woman to fall in love with you more, and allows a woman to stay longer. Now, there are some women you can implement these techniques on, and they still are just not it, because usually you didn't filter properly. When you filter properly and you implement techniques right, it's really hard for you to fail. Now, there's always exceptions to every situation, but I would say in 98 to 90% of cases, when you do follow these techniques, you cannot fail. And this is what a lot of guys, and this is why, I always have a job, because a lot of guys fail to believe that, oh, I shouldn't have to play games. I shouldn't have to implement any techniques. If I love my wife, if she wants to have her way, if she wants to do what she does, that should be fine and good enough. But these are the guys that are consistently failing. This is why 80% of marriages are ending in divorce, and this is why women are initiating most of these marriages, because guys don't understand relationship dynamics. A lot of men aren't even sure that this element of a relationship even exists. A lot of men are not even aware that if you're consistently dealing with disrespect, eventually that respect will go, period, from that relationship. And once the respect is gone, the attraction comes shortly after, and she has no attraction for you at all. And understanding relationship dynamics, and I see this really big amongst men who reach out for coaching who are married. Men that are married that just are oblivious to relationship dynamics and think that, oh, well, I just want to work things out, I just want to fix things, and they're willing to try to work hard as if you're in the gym, and the more work you put in, the better the relationship's gonna get. Yeah, you put it in, but not like that. Not by like, oh, pandering and catering and trying to go on dates and begging and pleasing and conforming to whatever she wants. It doesn't work like that. Women are a little different. We're humans, so it's a bit of a complex process. Sometimes taking a step back can change things. But usually when you're in these situations for so long, for years upon years, you have to do something drastic to change around your situation. And a lot of guys don't necessarily understand that. But understanding relationship dynamics can and will give you a successful relationship. And a lot of these so-called coaches don't even understand that. And it's really mostly psychology. So if you're doing your homework and always studying, you'll have an idea. But anyway, guys, like and subscribe to the video, hit the link in the bio, and subscribe to Patreon. Holla at you.